Hey guys and gals, how y'all doing out there today? About a week ago I put out a video on my new knife here. This is a ZT-0909. It's a Les George design. Really cool knife. I did that quick video just because I was able to get a smoking deal on this knife. Normally these retail for about $180. And that's MAP pricing, so everyone kind of has to adhere to that price. I was able to find a retailer on Amazon that was selling them for $140. Now, I put out the video hoping, hey, maybe another knife guy like myself will be able to find this video and see the price and, you know, snatch one up if they wanted it. They are since sold out in a week, so hey, maybe I did help someone out. But I promised I was going to do a full review, so let's get to that. Now, it has a standard lanyard hole just drilled through, not tubed or anything. Doesn't really matter. It works. It has basically the Kershaw Cryo 2 and Cryo Pocket Clip just beefed up. Now everyone was saying in the reviews it's basically the same clip, and yeah, it's very, very similar. But this is a 7.5 ounce knife. I was really worried because, I mean, this thing is 5.4, and it would slide around my pocket just because the clip isn't the strongest, but it's adequate. But I was thinking, with a knife this weight, this is probably not going to work. But it is beefed up, so that was my only concern, and that's gone now, obviously. Black G10 handles. Traction is about the same as, like, Paramilitary 2 traction. It's pretty standard. You know, it's the really tough stuff, or the really, you know, grippy stuff is the cold steel stuff. I try and stay away from stuff like that just because I like having pants without holes. So, they did do, they cut out some sections here on the top and bottom on both sides. It kind of helps round the handle just a little bit. Makes it very comfortable to a point. Problem is, when you'd really grip down on this knife along this edge, it was very sharp. They contoured the rest of the knife handle fairly well. I mean, actually, I don't even want to say fairly well. It's like perfection. This is just about how I like it. But they left this like completely on a 90-degree angle, and every time I'd grip it, it would hurt. So as soon as I was done with my first video on this knife for the deal, I just took a little bit of sandpaper and just broke that edge. Only took me about 5 minutes. It's not hard to do. It's so much better. Liner lock with full stainless steel, non-skeletonized liners, so that adds to the weight. It doesn't bother me though. Like I said, it's heavy, it's big, but that's why I wanted this knife. I wanted just a bigger tactical type folder. Very thick blade stock, as ZT is known for. 3.8 inch blade. That's S35 VN. Sorry, I always get confused with the blade steels now. And like I said, a Les George design. Apparently made or designed after the Talos. I looked up the Talos, and it's like the spitting image of it. The only thing with the Talos is titanium, both sides frame lock. This is a liner lock with G10. Personally, I kind of prefer this, just because you get a little bit more grip. The blade jimping is good. I'll call it good. You're not going to slide for it. I personally just prefer something a little bit sharper. But hey, whatever. The blade is a high flat grind, and I was thinking, this thing, okay, that's going to be more of a sharpened pry bar, and that's what a lot of ZTs are, and I came to understand that. But I gotta say, this thing cuts remarkably well. Yeah, I mean, through paper, through cardboard, wood actually did very well through wood. I was shocked by this just because something this thick can't cut no phone book paper very well. It actually did very well on phone book paper. I was legitimately surprised, and I think I'm done with my notes, so I can just... Oops. Of course, when I try and do it on camera, you know, it's... Alright, it redeemed itself. I think that was human error, we'll call it that. Like I said, probably one of the sharpest knives I've ever had from factory. I've had it about a week. I've used it. I also cut, you know, aluminum cans. I mean, that doesn't do much against, you know, S35. But like I said, I feel no need to sharpen this thing, not till it gets dull. And with it being S35 VN, I don't think it's going to be going dull anytime soon. So no problems there. Overall, very good knife. especially for the price I was able to get it at. At 180 bucks, I don't think I would have been able to do it, just because my normal range is right around 150. That's the cutoff. A couple bucks more, I can do that, but it's just I can't put that much money into a blade. It's just I just can't do it. But like I said, at 140 bucks, I think excellent buy. This is not going to be something I'm going to be getting rid of anytime soon. Oh, before I forget, this is I don't know how I almost forgot about this. It's a flipper, obviously, but this is the strongest detent I've ever seen in my life. When I first got it out of box, I knew it was going to be hard to open. And note, it also rides on KVT ball bearings, so it is very smooth. Let's open it this way. Just very, very, very smooth. I was very pleasantly surprised. But like I said, I got it out of box, and I could barely open it. After I carried it about 9 hours, maybe, I had to go to work. So I got to flip it at work a bunch, but the end of my finger was like almost raw. I have actually built up a callus from carrying this thing for a week, which, it's fine, it doesn't bother me. But the detent is very strong, and that's part of the reason it flies out of handle so nice. It has broken in just a little bit. It's softened up just a tiny bit, and now it's just about perfect. But for someone who's not expecting it, I just had my brother here, like, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. I showed this to him. He tried to use the flipper, and he's okay, that must not be what that's for, because it wouldn't budge at all. Now it's like, no, Mike, just be a man and push. And it opened right up, and he said, yeah, this is actually, he's got really big hands, just like really long fingers, and he even really liked this knife. Alright, we'll end this on a couple quick size comparisons. I did a couple in the video, the first one. I pretty much always start off with the Benchmade Griptilian. This has just become my standard for size comparisons. So we got, like I said, obviously this is going to be shorter in handle and shorter in blade. But hey, this one was never meant as like a big tactical pry bar. Just because I have it out for the clip comparison, here's the Kershaw Cryo 2. I really like this knife. This is actually a Hinderer design. This is like a 3 1/4 inch blade, so obviously this is going to be shorter. The handle lengths, yeah, definitely shorter still. And then I'm just going to throw in one, just because lately I've really been getting into flippers. So I'm going to do the last flipper knife I did. I mean, the Cryo is kind of one, but it's assisted. This is the Real Steel T101 in brown. Notice anything about the blade shape? Pretty similar, realistically. You notice, the swoop up here onto the blade jimping, the short run of it. This obviously has more belly to it, but for length, they're pretty spot on. So if you have a Real Steel, I know they're not as popular in the US yet, so you're kind of doubtful that you'll have it. But hey, very, very close. Even in thickness, they're not that far off. Got to remember which side of the thing my camera is on, or the lens is on. This is thicker, but it's not all that much thicker. So, alright guys, that is the ZT0909. Very good knife, very glad I bought it, especially at the price I was able to get it. If you guys have any questions about the knife, please feel free to ask. I always respond to my comments as quickly as I can. If you could, please like, comment, and share. I'm actually up to, I think, 33 subscribers, so awesome. Alright guys, take care and you have a good day, alright?